I work at the Natural Learning Initiative, that is a design assistance and research unit at the College of Design at NC State University. And there we have the privilege of being in touch with children very often, document their activities outdoors, and learn from them. For example, what do you think is happening here? Well, this is a toddler who is very tightly collecting the petals of the pansies in his pail, one by one, with a kind of a rhythmic sequence. I think he's counting with the whole body. At a certain moment, he looks into the pail, takes a petal, and tries to put it back in the flower. Well, it didn't work. But what an incredible experience for this child. Everything was prepared for him. He had the freedom to do it. He learned that the world is full of beautiful objects like the pansies, that the objects have parts, and that some processes are not reversible. So why is this important? Because this happened in a child care center. And you know, most children with working parents that are younger than 5 are in some type of child care arrangement every day. There, they spend most of the waking hours, they receive most of their meals, and of course, they learn, they socialize, they exercise. These are critical environments, and the activities that happen there are foundational for child development. So I want to highlight today this idea of the outdoor learning environments, as we call them here in North Carolina, as health promotion interventions. And this is not a new idea. It's an old idea. And we all know that these environments for young children are called kindergartens. This term was coined by the German educator Friedrich Frebel in 1840 as places where the children grow or can grow in a natural way. Now I think it's time for us to create those gardens, because these children spend there an average of 35 hours a week. Now if you add up this amount of time since the child is 6 weeks old until they are 5, it amounts more or less the same amount of time that they are going to spend in primary, middle, and secondary school altogether. So these are the environments they are in every day. They could be good, normal, better, they can be improved. But what an incredible opportunity if all these children, millions of children, 12 million children a day attend school and could enjoy this type of environments. So we believe that we have to create environments for human healthy development and the biosphere for generations to come. Do you think this is a grandiose mission for this boy singing to the flower? Well, we don't. We all know that nature is good for us, and research, of course, confirms this. It's good for attention functioning, for academic performance, for relaxation. Or it's not that when we come very stressed out from the office, we go for a walk outdoors. So there are very interesting new findings, new research that confirms and illuminates the value of the outdoors. For instance, environmental diversity has to do with our immune system. Children that grow up in farms have less asthma and less allergies because they are in contact with a variety of microorganisms from plants and animals. And plant diversity has to do with our skin microbiome. Yes, this coat of microbes that, cover our body. Nothing to be worried about. It's a question of variety and to keep the healthy balance of these microbes in our bodies. So imagine children that attend these two different childcare centers, very good ones, one with no plants at all and the other one with a variety of plants. So we can imagine that the skin microbiota or microbiome is very different in this group of children. We know that prolonged stay outdoors supports eye health. And there is an epidemic of short-sightedness in children in Asia, and that is called, short-sightedness is myopia. So in Singapore, there is already a national campaign with the slogan, "Keep myopia away, go outdoors and play." And gardening is a hands-on gardening, of course, supports the preference of children for fruit and vegetables and the consumption. So these findings are driving this movement of very good outdoor environments, intentionally designed outdoor environments for young children. And when these environments are created, children are drawn to them. And now, if you think that going outdoors could feel too cold or too hot, or gardening is back pain, for children it's much more than that. For instance, this young boy has seen something on the grass. And yes, it is a grasshopper. And the teacher is there and saying, yes, approach the grasshopper. And he does. But of course, the grasshopper is faster than him and jumps onto the log. And there is when he has some moments to appreciate the grasshopper. You imagine this, perhaps the first time in his life that he is in contact with the grasshopper. No fear, just wonder. Or children that are a little bit older, like this child. I was observing a group of children, and I see that he's trying to reach very high in this triangular structure for the vine, like a teepee. And I asked him, so what are you trying to do? And he says, I want to get the violet thing that was the purple part of the vine. And he had a plan. He had been piling up toys and that are shown here in the white circle, and some of them with wheels. And I'm observing and taking photographs, and I'm thinking, should I stop this and help the boy and grab the violet thing and show, or should I wait? And the teacher is around, and we decide to wait for a moment. And at a certain moment, he jumps from that unstable pile of toys and grabs the violet thing. And he opens the violet thing in front of me, and he looks at me and he says, it is green inside. And I'm like, yes. But I could see he was surprised and he was a bit upset, because I think he was imagining this was violet inside, of course. And so he looks again and throws away and goes for the next adventure. And I think this was another great example of experiential learning. Everything was there for him. He had a hypothesis. He had a plan. He tested the hypothesis. The hypothesis is negated. Throw away. Go for the next one. How many researchers would like to do this with a negated hypothesis? Many. And we see very interesting things, stimulated things in vegetable gardens. This is a vegetable garden in a childcare center here downtown Raleigh. And children are amazed that we even eat these vegetables that grow underground. And they are a little bit soiled and dirty when they come. And so this teacher and this boy were telling us that they were harvesting the red, blue, and white potatoes for the 4th of July salad, of course. Or the admiration of children when they pull the first carrot. And they are so proud because they have been caring for that carrot for a long time. And then they take it home and they teach the family and the siblings. And they very fast learn that the food they like comes from the garden. like this boy that says, "So where are the bacon seeds?" Well, not all food comes from the garden. So these environments are living environments, are very dynamic environments. They foster cooperation, working together, curiosity. They have something for children from different abilities, cognitive and physical. And now you may be thinking, well, how do you create these environments? It's very difficult and perhaps very expensive. And the childcare providers are showing us that that's not the case. Like, well, if the cart is broken, you can create a very good raised planter. They create very interesting outdoor environments, these teepees and these vine teepees that work for the summer and the winter. And when we solicit feedback from the providers about the investments they make, they are telling us, in this case, 118 centers, that with less than $1,000, they improved their outdoors. And some of them had a little bit more. And so we could say that 80% of these 118 centers have done improvements in their centers with less than $3,000. Now, this is the big news. This movement of improving outdoor learning environments for young children is growing fast. The parents are learning and relearning to play outside with their children and have fun in all seasons. The teachers are learning how to teach outdoors, how to facilitate learning, how to do science with cherry tomatoes. Well, the center installed a time-lapse camera to monitor the growth of the cherry tomatoes 24 hours. The children couldn't wait in the morning to come and see what had happened the night before. Some centers are supplementing their meals with the produce from these gardens that are cared by the children, by the parents, by the teachers, and some of them are replacing the canned foods, like this center, replace 60% of the canned food with the produce of their gardens. And they have their salad every day, harvested, like this girl that is harvesting the lettuce for their lunch. What is very encouraging is these multidisciplinary collaborations that are happening between instructors from many, many different fields that come together to produce these environments, high-quality environments. And education and health systems are partnering to produce system change. So next time you see a group of young children, yes, look at the children, but please look around them and see in what type of environments they are in. Are they enticing? Are they rich? Are they worth exploring? And please do something. Recover your sense of wonder, the sense of wonder of being in touch with nature. And you can do something. Everybody can do something about it. Disseminate ideas. Be active, creating these environments in centers, in your home, in the apartment buildings, in public housing, in a shelter, creating this sense of wonder for you and for the children. And remember what Rachel Carson said, many children delight in the small and inconspicuous. Because being in touch with nature every day is not just a unique opportunity, it is a right. As the Convention on the Child of the Rights states, is the right to develop to the fullest for children, to live peacefully, to learn to protect the environment, and we say, in the place where they are in every day. Thank you.